So I think watching Leaving Neverland probably was the most disturbing documentary I've ever seen in my life. Eh, and it's disturbing in a way that how can someone sit there with a camera and point at Wade and James, the two alleged victims, and accusations of Michael Jackson abusing them. When you look at every single Michael Jackson allegation or cases, there's never been no hard proof whatsoever. There's never been no pictures, no DNA. There's no uh, like actual proof of any kind. It's always been stories. Stories where someone would sit there and pay you to hear your story. And the same thing with R. Kelly. Stories. There's stories. R. Kelly's a little different because there's videos involved, but we'll get to that later. Right now, we're talking about Leaving Neverland. And the fact that, let's start with Mr. Wade. According to you, from the age of 7 to 14, you was being sexually abused by Michael Jackson. Seven years. Where were your parents? How can you tell me that the age of 14 years old or 13 years old, you're having sexual intercourse with Michael Jackson and you don't find nothing wrong with it whatsoever? You don't find it when he tried to penetrate you and couldn't, and there was blood on your underwear, that you didn't find nothing wrong with that. To say, Ma, Michael hurt me. You didn't find nothing wrong with that. At the age of 23, you, under oath, protected Michael Jackson. At the age of 23, you still found nothing wrong with that. You were still brainwashed. You waited 10 years after Michael Jackson's death to accuse him of all this. Because you have a lawsuit. It's an appeal now. And now you need to come up with a documentary so you and James can sit together like little girls and kumbaya together to try to destroy a legacy of Michael Jackson, who's not even here to protect himself. That's your way of thinking. James, you look at James and his mom, they're still going through therapy. So something happened to make him, suffer the way he's suffering. But again, nothing solid. It's just words. Hearsay. I don't believe Michael did it. I'm sorry. Michael's power was so beyond reach. I mean, Michael can just reach and get anything he wanted. That was Michael Jackson. He didn't have to ask for nothing. He could walk into a store and go shopping with no money in his pocket, without even having a credit card. And no one would stop him. The man can get on a plane and go to any part of the world. Any part of the world. And get anybody he wanted. Why would he pick boys in America who can talk? Michael was a very, very private person. Private. He would disguise himself to go walk in the public. But yet he allowed his sexual beast come out of him and just throw everything into the air and try to have sex with a boy who can easily go tell their parents, who can easily go tell the press. I don't understand that part of it. Michael was very protective of his privacy. Why risk it with someone who can talk? James, Chuck, whatever his freaking name is, and Wade, whatever his last name is, because I can care less what their names are right now, were two American boys, United States citizens, who can easily say, Ma, Michael did this. Why would Michael do that, knowing he was such a private individual? It makes no sense to me. There's no proof. There's no pictures. There's no letters. There's nothing. Just two guys accusing somebody. That's it. And the way they describe it was like he wasn't even subtle about it. Michael Jackson was not subtle about it. He wanted sex. He would touch their crotch on their second visit, mind you. Second, third visit, he was already convincing a 7-year-old boy to give him a blowjob. And according to Mr. Wade, it carried on for 7 years. Supposedly, you was giving Michael Jackson blowjobs, and he was giving it to you. And you never thought there was nothing wrong with it. And up to the age of 23, you protected him under oath against another little boy who was saying he was sexually abused by Michael Jackson. You took Michael Jackson's side against a little boy. If it happened to you and it bothered you, why did you not protect that other little boy? You're a liar. Nothing makes sense. They're suing Michael. They're sticking together because it's greater. The story sounds greater when it's in numbers. They probably took lessons from R. Kelly's accusers. 1 or 2 people won't listen. 5 and 6, same story. Wow, now we got something to talk about. 2 white boys in America saying Michael Jackson, young black man, abused them when they were a child. You had to wait till the guy was dead to bring that up. And Oprah Winfrey, wow. I wish you was that passionate against Harvey Weinstein. Oops, you can't because Harvey Weinstein and you were close friends. Is anything sacred? The man is dead and he's being accused. Michael went to every single one of his cases, his trials, his court dates, worse condition every single time. Was always waving to his fans. You can see in his body demeanor, that his body language, that he was literally shocked what he was going through. I can't believe a story of sexual abuse when there's nothing but stories. You're only saying a story. That's it. There's nothing there solid except some guy who wants to put on HBO. I don't know. You guys tell me, man. Am I wrong? I think this is another attack on our African American brothers and sisters and our black brothers and sisters, man. And if you're looking for the last, man, do me a favor, do the research. Fabulous. Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent, Jussie Smollett, R. Kelly, Michael Jackson. In the last 5 weeks, Something's wrong with this picture. Leave a comment, subscribe. Let's talk about it.